What's up, YouTube Revolution? ZombfectedGaming 349 at your fingertips. If you're a Dying Light fan and like seeing more Dying Light 2 Stay Human content, consider subscribing to the channel and ding that bell icon really hard so I can always stay within fast reach at your fingertips when new uploads arrive. Alright, so today is October 1st, 2021, and yesterday, September 30th, was Dying to Know Episode 4, and there was some quite interesting stuff. This video will focus on the music of Dying Light 2 Stay Human, composed by Olivier Deriviere, and the music sounds really intriguing, since he wanted to make the music dynamically sync in with the action and the mood of the situation that's going on in the game. So without further ado, let's jump in.
My next guest is the composer of the Dying Light 2 Stay Human soundtrack, Olivier Deriviere. I want to talk about what the main inspiration for the soundtrack was then.
The main inspiration came from the creative director, who gave me one word: broken. So that was very inspiring because it's a strong word, and we wanted to spread that idea through the city, the main characters, the story, everywhere. Not only through the story, actually, but also through the gameplay. So every actions, everything you're doing is supported by music.
Okay, that's a pretty strong main theme. Does that change depending on who we're talking to or what we're doing?
Yeah, definitely. What we wanted to do is to have something that will be impactful for players, that will be recognized. So, for instance, you have factions in this game. Those factions have a musical theme, and then as you are giving away some zones, giving away some buildings, locations, you will give that to a certain faction. Therefore, you will have a certain music attached with the faction, and therefore the music will sound depending on your choices, which is like creating the soundscape of the city out of your choices.
Wow, yeah, so you're making it quite a personal experience then as you make your own little mini soundtrack.
Definitely, yeah.
That's really cool, so it sounds quite interactive.
It is very interactive. Let's take throughout all the gameplay mechanics we have, there is parkour, of course. And the idea is like on the ground level, there is like death, there is nothing. And so we didn't want to have music there. But on the rooftop, where life is back, we wanted to have a sense of freedom. So parkour happens there. And you have the music at first. If you just run, what happens is like the music is just a soundscape, something that's, it's not big. But the more moves you do, the more crazy stuff you're doing, jump over the building, the walls and everything, the bigger the music, to such an extent that at some point the music kicks into a flow, parkour flow. And now you don't even want to stop parkouring because the music is pushing you to do that. So, yeah.
That sounds really rewarding.
It is very rewarding.
Making your own little awesome soundtrack as you go. What about the combat then? Is that the same?
Yeah, the combat has the same treatment of being interactive. So you would have to meet, any enemy with a special melody, a special theme. But mostly it's about your actions. So if you go and fight and decide to be very, very blunt, the music will react to this, as well as, if you kill somebody, if you get away, like running away from the enemy, and everything is supported by the music.
Okay, all right. I mean, that sounds really intense. There's a lot going on. It sounds like the kind of thing we need to be able to see and hear together to truly appreciate. So why not take a look?
Generally, I try to get the core, the substance of, let's say, a word through an instrument. And this time, I had to go back to my friend Nicolas Bras, who's making instruments out of junks, literally junks. And he created this instrument that could be in the world of Dying Light 2, completely accurate with all the little details and sort of, the roughness of the instrument.
And there you go, guys, Olivier Deriviere, the composer of the music of Dying Light 2. By far, I gotta say, the soundtrack just sounds really good, and I gotta say, what makes me really happy and stuff is the sound of the post-apocalyptic nature of how he said he likes to make it sound like it's broken, the music. I love that a lot, actually. My personal favorite part of this of the showing of what he showed was this part right here. You cannot deny how awesome that sounded. But anyways, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and ding that bell icon really hard so I can always stay within fast reach at your fingertips when new uploads arrive on Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Don't forget, good night and good luck. Stay human, stay safe. ZombfectedGaming 349 over and out. Zombfect.